what's up, y'all? I'm Corey and Shaw. Welcome to another episode of Half a Meal Talk Show. I got a very, very special guest, man. Introduce yourself.
My name is Reggie Halsey. Yeah, man, musician, producer, weightlifting, a whole bunch of stuff, man. We'll get on that.
Yeah, you do it all. You do it all. Right now, on this episode here, I'm gonna get Reggie to really do a rundown of Reggie's life, of who he is. Hey Reggie, man, I really appreciate you allowing me to sit down and talk with you. I've been knowing Reggie since I was a little boy.
Yeah.
Little boy, man. Him and my dad used to sing together. Reggie, talk to me, man. Tell me about the music career, man. How did that all get started?
Crazy. Got started before I was born, honestly.
Yeah.
Really, I was kind of born into it. My dad and my mom basically were a part of singing groups. My mom was the Copeland Singers, which was her sisters and her brothers were the musicians, and my granddaddy Ford Copeland, he was kind of like the manager for them, and he was also a musician as well. Then on the other side, vice versa, was my dad. My dad was a musician and singer for the Soul Stirrers at the time, and my granddaddy was a lead singer for the Soul Stirrers, and my dad basically grew up and started his own thing. Then my Uncle Kenny came, and my Uncle Kenny started with the Virginia Airs, and where, like, long story short, you know, your dad started playing with the Virginia Airs later on during their, while they were singing, and then when I became 14, I traveled. That's when I started traveling the road with Virginia Airs, and that's where, you know, basically kind of started the brotherhood with your dad, Corey Shaw. He just was like that was like my uncle. It was like my brother. He kept me right because I was wild. Like I was 14, so I was wild. So he was just like, you know, he kept me right. And man, from then I started writing, and then I started producing, and man, I got a chance to play for some amazing people, man, and do some amazing things and play on different events and stuff like that, man. And just stuff started to kind of look up for me. So it all started, for real, honestly, it all started from before I was actually even born. I was kind of, you know, brought into a musical heritage, I guess you can say.
So what was the first instrument you picked up?
Drums. I used to beat on my mama and daddy's curtains all the time. My mama still talk about it. I used to beat on her curtains. I used to beat holes in her curtains. But drums, I picked up that and played them started playing at the church when I was 3. It was crazy. I started playing at church. I mean, some people say it's not. I literally started playing for the church when I was like a literally drummer. I was by myself, you know, with my dad playing guitar, Keith Smith playing bass, John Hassell playing guitar, my Uncle Kenny was playing keyboard, and I was a drummer, and I was 3 years old. Yeah. 3 years old playing the drums. So I started off then, man. I didn't pick up the keyboard until my Uncle Kenny left. He got married. John Hassell had started preaching for, Pastor John Hassell, if I say correctly. He started being pastor. And also Pastor Keith Smith, he started being a pastor. So my dad looked at me and was like, all right, bro, like, you got to do something. Either you're going to play this bass, either you're going to play this guitar, or you're going to play the keyboard. Which one? I chose the keyboard. And, yeah, man, that's kind of what people started to know me as a keyboard player. Some people don't even really know I play the drums until they, you know, figure out, like, in the studio I was doing all of this stuff. But yeah, some people don't know that was kind of like my first instrument.
Because you picked up the bass too, right?
Man, I picked up the bass like before the accident. I probably only been playing the bass for like 2.5, 3 years.
For real?
Yeah, it wasn't that long. And it was crazy because it was like I picked it up and got like stupid good at it. So it was just like I always loved the bass. I always been a bass player at heart, but I never could play. And just messing around with it in the studio, I kind of started to understand it, and I was just like, oh. So I started playing it sometime at the church and got good at it, and man, now it was like second nature to me now.
Yeah. How many groups have you sung with?
Jeez. Nah, that's a tough one there. Let me think. I started off with, I played a little bit for the Virginia Soul Stirrers when they were older, but I was never really a part of them. I just kind of filled in. I was a part of Gospel Impressions that my dad was. No, I wasn't. I'm lying. I played for them a few times, but they changed their name to Group Determination.
Okay.
That's when I became a part of it.
Okay.
Group Determination. Then I started my own group called Divine. Then it was the Virginia Airs. From the Virginia Airs. Actually, there was another one in there. It was Faithful Few. I was with the Faithful Few for a little while with my brother Shy. Then Maurice Yancey on one accord. And what I like, not outside of Quartet, I also did like Kenny Mayo's God's Praise. I was playing with them. I was a music director, so I gotta say I was a big part of them. But that's about all I can remember. I was part of the PTs. That's George Huff. He was on American Idol. I was the music director for them. That was pretty fun. So
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, that was about it.
So I do know you're a songwriter, man. You know how many it was that you actually wrote yourself?
Songs. How many songs I wrote?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Definitely hundreds.
It has?
Hundreds, man.
So
Hundreds.
what do you do? What do you do, man, when it comes down to you writing a song? Like, you know what I mean? What's the process that you go through?
It's like if you believe in energy.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like a real bit of believer in energy, so it's just like certain things give me energy, and when I get energy from a certain thing, then it inspires me to actually elaborate on it. If that makes sense. Just to kind of give you an example, like I never forget one of the songs, like one of my favorite songs I wrote, and it's a Quartet song. It's called "Your Setback Is a Setup." And how I found out about it was I was riding down the street and I rode past a church sign, and the church sign said, "Your setback is a setup." So I was like, oh, that's actually pretty dope. So I was riding down the street and kept riding, got home, and all I kept thinking about was, your setback is a setup. I'm like, that's what's up, but I wasn't going through nothing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I wasn't going through nothing. So I'm just like, that doesn't deal with me because I don't have a setback. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, but I kept thinking about it, your setback is a setup. So then one day I'm riding in the car and I'm just like, your setback is just a setup. And I'm just like, oh. So I kind of like went home and started messing around with it and started singing it. Now, you know, it's it was a song that then did pretty good for me with one of the groups that I was singing for. That's done, you know, even with one of the ones with Virginia Airs, it was "Oh What a Night." That was kind of my first song that was on Billboard was "Oh What a Night," and almost the same thing happened. I was talking to one of the guys in it was like your uncle Dale. I was talking to him, and I was saying something about something. And I was like, man, I was like, oh what? I was playing. I'm a jokester, so I was like joking, and I was just like something, and I was like, oh what a night, and I kept saying it, oh what, and I was on the bus. We was on our way back, so I just started making a beat, and I was like, oh what a night, what a night. We was all laughing about it, but I was just playing, and when I got home, it was like the energy that I got from that. I was just like, man, that's a song. So I wrote it. That ended up being my first song on the Billboard. I done had seven songs on Billboard. 7. And then I had a CD by Maurice Yancey. We was #1. We was on Billboard 9 weeks in a row. We was #1 3 weeks in a row. So it was pretty good.
Promise to tell it. You got anything to do with that?
Yeah, I did, man. That was all me too.
That's it, right.
Well, I gotta put Yancey in there. He'll swear out that he had more to do with it than I do, but he'll lie to you. I promise y'all, he's lying. We did a Christmas CD together, and I wish I had him here to defend himself, but we did a Christmas CD together, and I said, I'm gonna do all of the songs. I just need you to come in here and put the vocal down. I'm gonna put down the background. I'm gonna put down the music. I just need you to come in here and put the leader down. So he came in there, and I had already did the music and everything to Promise I Tell It, which at that time was Go Tell It on the Mountain.
Yeah.
It was basically Go Tell It on the Mountain. We was doing it for a Christmas song. But when we get to the end, we was saying, I promise I'll tell you. Promise I'll tell you. So we got it, and we just went. It was like we only gonna sing it at Christmas time. To be honest with you, we wasn't even thinking about that song. Like it wasn't even we just did it for a CD filler for the Christmas CD. It was another Christmas song that we had. It was like we thought that one was just like so dope. But what happened was when we started to sing it, people started going crazy. So we sung it during the Christmas time, went the whole year, Then never sung it. Then when it got to Christmas time, we sung it again. Went another whole year, and then sang it. Then we sung it this next Christmas time. I was like, bro. I was like, people love this song.
Yeah.
We got to do something. Like, we can't just sing it during Christmas time. And he was like, I know what we're going to do. And I was like, well, and he's like, well, let's do this. He's like, instead of saying that Jesus Christ is born, let's just say that Jesus Christ is Lord. To kind of change it from just being,
right.
you know, I was like, all right, let's do it. So we did it, man. And that song kind of took off. And that one was pretty crazy. That's kind of, that's all people really known us. They just called us the Promise I Tell It Boys, and we just they just wait for us to hear that song. But yeah, man, that was kind of another one. Like I said, that one I really didn't even suspect that one was gonna do anything. But honestly, you know what? That's if you talk to any producer, any song that they've ever written, any song that they've went big on the CD is never the one that was intended.
No, I got you. Okay.
It's never the one. They always have their looks. They always have their bets on another song. And they're like, oh, this one gonna be hot. This one gonna do this. This one gonna do this. And then they put out the CD.
Yeah.
And it end up being another one. Gotcha. Like one that they don't be paying attention to. That end up making millions and millions. It's always like that. So that was basically the same thing.
Okay. Because man, the first time I heard "Promise to Tell It," I remember the Airs. I think it was the Airs anniversary. They had Tasha Cobbs there.
Yeah,
man, everybody was going crazy, man.
Yeah, that was at the Rock Church.
Yeah, the Rock Church. Yeah,
the Rock Church.
Man, that was nice, man.
Yeah, that was you know what? That was like a rough time for me, man, because I was like, I was about to either just got divorced. No, I was getting divorced.
Okay.
So I was like, you know, that was kind of like divorce was kind of like a pivotal point in my life. So that was kind of like I was in the middle of being divorced, and I think that weekend, me and my ex-wife, we used to do like that was around that time we used to do 2 weeks and 2 weeks. I think it was around the time we do 2 weeks, and I had just picked up my kids, and it was around that time that I was just like, to be honest with you, I'm gonna tell you how crazy it is you asked me that. That was around the same time that I did. I had picked up my kids. I had to get my kids that day that the anniversary was. I was late. The boys was literally about to go on stage when I got there. When I got there, like they was like 2-3 minutes. Like they was in the dressing room praying to get ready to go on stage because I had to go pick up my kids. So my mind wasn't even.
Wasn't even there.
No, it wasn't even there because I was just like, I'm going through this, you know. So, but yeah, that concert right there. I still see videos from it. That concert right there was basically it was a rough time for me because I was definitely going through it. I don't wish that on nobody.
No, I understand, man.
Yeah, I don't wish that on nobody.
Before you go on stage, man, what you do to like clear your head before you know what I mean, before you start singing?
Nothing, man. Like I don't really do anything. Like I laugh. Yeah. I'm a jokester, so man, everything to me is, you know, even now, like I still keep my sense of humor. I try to laugh, and you know, I always pray because at the end of the day. But I mean, outside of giving God thanks and stuff like that, man. My thing is, man, I be laughing. Like I'm cracking jokes before we go on stage. Like, I'm a people watcher. So like, if all the guys stand beside each other, somebody walk past, I'm like, yo, so everybody start laughing. So it's man. I think, man, the more it's like the thing in my mind. I think the more it ain't gonna make sense. The more not serious that you take life. The more when something serious come, that it really ain't gonna bother you like that. Yeah, it don't. So now that I'm in this serious situation, it's just like I can take it more because at the end of the day, life ain't that serious to me. I mean, life is serious, but when things happen, it's just like, all right, bro, that ain't that serious. So now I'm in a situation, I'm like, all right, this ain't that serious. I can get out of this, and that's just how I roll with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, all right, guess I got to do something else. I'm gonna just get up and I'm gonna do it and. I ain't gonna feel sorry for myself because either I'm gonna die like this or I'm gonna die trying to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna get out of it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't do nothing special, man. Just get the best out of life, man. I'm a positive person.
So take me back. Take me back to what happened.
Crazy. The whole situation was crazy because I wasn't going. I got hurt on the job a while back, and I was out of work for like 7 months, 7 months, maybe 8 months. I just started going back to work in 8 months because I just started going back to work. I got hurt in January. I stayed out till August. I went back to work September. So I just been working for a full month, and the group had to sing in New York, and I was just like, yo, I ain't ready to go, man. I just got 2 cortisone shots in my back. I'm just getting back to work, like, ain't ready to go. And it was like, man, we really need you to go. You know, I was like, all right, man, I ain't had nothing to do Saturday. I know I'm working, so I was like, if I go, I'm not driving. Mm-hmm. I was like, I go, but I won't drive. So they was just like, all right. So I went, and I didn't drive. Got there, was singing, hardly didn't want to be there. My back was killing me, and so it got to the point that we was on the way home, and the guy that was driving, I mean, he got us back home so fast, and it was like a 5-hour trip. I know we got home in like 4, and never forget, coming down the street, he was about to make a U-turn to go back to one gas station, and I was just like, I was asleep the whole time, but I had just woke up, and when I woke up, I saw him about to make a U-turn, because he said, we need gas, and I said, bro, why you gonna go all the way back there when it's a 7-Eleven right there? And he was like, oh, all right. So, turned, went jet across the street, went jet across the lanes to go to the 7-Eleven. When we got to the last lane, we got T-boned by somebody else coming. And car flipped over, you know what I'm saying? All I know is, once I came to, I couldn't move. And I was trying, but I couldn't move. So, only thing I realized was my knee was like in my face. Mm. But it won't in my face correctly. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, dog, that ain't right. And then I was just, all I kept thinking was, I wasn't thinking that my neck was broke. I'm thinking, y'all help me get out this car because this car can blow up. Mm-hmm. And I was just saying, y'all just don't let me die. Just don't let me die. I was crying. I was like, don't let me die. When they got me out of the car, when I felt myself go down on the stretcher, I was just like, boy, like I wasn't even thinking.
Yeah.
It was that serious. Yeah. I was like, boy, what that jank could have blew up, and I was in it. So then I'm just like, I think, kind of shocked. I kind of just fell asleep, and got in the ambulance, and I just closed my eyes, and kind of was about to fall asleep, and I heard the guy and the paramedic was like, this kid ain't gonna never walk again. I was just like, boy. And I was like, that was my exact answer. I was like, boy. And I just started laughing. And I was just like, that's crazy. And got to the hospital, called my mom, called my family, and was like, yo, they said I'm in an accident. I ain't gonna never walk again. When I say I'm talking to my mom, it's common I'm talking to you right now. It's exactly how I was talking. I was like, yo, they said I ain't in an accident, I ain't gonna never walk again. And I was like, don't worry about it, I'll be all right. And mom was like, what? I was like, don't worry about it, man. I'll be all right. I'm going to be all right. I'm going to walk. And so they walked, man. I mean, they came up there, man. I had surgery. Surgery went amazing. And it was crazy, man. The doctor came in there and was like, yo, who are you? Like, this was like after I did my surgery. Surgery went amazing. He was like, yo, who are you? What are you talking about? It was like, yo, it was like crazy amount of people up here. Like, my nurses is Googling you, trying to figure out, like, who you are. They was like, it has to be a celebrity. I'm like, no. No, bro, ain't no celebrity. Like, I don't know. I guess just people just, appreciate it, man. So it's just like, I came out of that situation. From there, I was supposed to get a trach in my throat. They were supposed to put a hole in my throat. And I kept telling them, I was like, nah, y'all not putting a hole in my throat. They was like, listen, sir, for your accident, you got to get a hold of your throat. I said, you're not putting a hole in my throat. They was like, well, listen, in order for us to not put a hole in your throat, this has to happen. This has to read this. This has to read this. This has to read this. I prayed. I was like, God, come on, man. The next day, they was like, Mr. Halsey, we ain't got to put no trach in your throat. I was like, wow. So then I went to the step-down unit, which I was supposed to stay in the first unit for about a month. Mm-hmm. I was only in the first unit for 3 days. So I went to the step-down unit, which I was supposed to be there for like another month. And I was only there for like 3 weeks. And that's when they told me, look, this is the fastest we ever seen somebody go through. Like, this is crazy. Like, the doctors was like, yo, this is bananas. Like, they were bringing doctors in to let them see, like, there's like, this is 5 to 10% of your injuries go through this. Like, they don't go this quick. Like, something's up with you. But the whole time I'm like, just because y'all to the God I serve, like, I know I'm good.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And I never forget. I got to shoot back. I never forget before I woke up before I woke up, before I woke up after the surgery, I never forget. Like, you ever heard somebody be like, yo, I saw the light.
Yeah.
When it was like, don't look at the light.
Don't look at it.
Yo, that's real talk. Like, I literally saw the light. Like, I was sitting at the light, and I was like, I heard God was like, you know, and God talked to me. God talked to me the same way I talked. He was like, dog, you gonna be all right. I'm like, he's like, it's gonna take some work. It's gonna take some hard thinking and stuff like that. He said, but you're gonna be all right. He said, you're gonna walk again. Everything's gonna be all right. He said, you're just gonna have to work hard and believe me. I was like, all right. And I turned around, walked away from the light, and I woke up. When I woke up, I saw my family members and stuff like that, and it was just like, to go back to, I was in a step-down unit. They was like, okay, we're gonna go ahead and send you to a rehab, inpatient rehab facility. So I was like, okay. So they wanted to take me to Atlanta, and I was like, okay. Cause they said that's the best one. Mm-hmm. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to Atlanta. But then I thought, I'm a dad. It was like, if I go to Atlanta, I'm not gonna hardly see my kids. And I'm like, I could be there for 7 months. There's no way possible that I can see my kids 2 to 3 times out of 7 months, because they're gonna have to travel.
That's right.
You know, they in school, they're gonna have to travel. I was like, nah. I was like, man, it's gotta be something else. Like, God told me to be all right, so it really don't matter where I go. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, but they was like, well, we got next to the best is Shelter in Arms, that's in Richmond, Virginia. I was like, oh, that's where I'm going. So I went to Shelter in Arms, man. That's when they told me, they was like, Mr. Halsey, you gotta get used to being in a wheelchair for the rest of your life. And I was like, I cried when they first told me. I got into bed, cried, went to sleep. Then I woke up, and instantly, like I heard God say, it was like, bro, like who's the fuck you gonna believe?
Yeah.
I told you gonna
right.
be all right. Yeah. Like, what you doing? Like they told you that's man, bro. Like, I'm God. Like, listen to what I'm telling you. Right. You gonna be all right. I'm like, you know what? So I was like, now I'm on a mission. So they were saying, your legs not gonna move. I was like, my legs gonna move. So before I got there, I was kicking my legs. Like, they was like looking at me like, and I was just like, you know what? At the end of the day, it's gonna take me, for some of these people that don't believe in Christ,
that's right,
to see like, oh, this dude, you know, because I'm not, to be honest, I'm not a dude that's gonna force Christ on you.
Right.
You know, I'm like, hey, you believe in what you believe in. Everybody gotta have a higher being, but I know what I believe in. I believe in Jesus, and I was like, but at the end of the day, I feel like this incident, because of what I believe in, will make some people that don't believe be like, I don't know what he's doing, but whatever he's doing, I might want to actually take a hint into, because that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, man, from there I just went into like, you know, I had went into like this beast mode of weightlifting before I got into the accident. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I had to turn it around and go to it in another perspective. So I just went into beast mode, and I'm just like, yo, I'm gonna walk. I ain't even gonna just say I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna come back fully. Like, I'm gonna do a full comeback. And I'm just like, you know, I've been going ever since, man. And now I'm getting to the point that they're trying to walk me, and this hand is doing a little bit better. Which, you know, I'm a musician, so that was hurting me because I haven't played. But this hand, my hands was like this. Yeah. And they wouldn't move like that. And it was just like, now I can move them and stuff like that. So it just takes time for them to move, and everything coming back, man. It's just really, man, it's just a miracle from God, for real. And it ain't finished yet. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I'm like half loaded. Like, I still got another 65, 70% of my body that's on its way back. It just take a little time. So, man, I'm just enjoying the process, man. To be honest with you, I tell everybody, I'm like, yo, I just feel honored to be one of the guys that God used to show his greatness. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, if God is showing his greatness through me, like God, that's Jesus, though. Like,
yeah, that's right.
He gonna use you, like, that's actually pretty special. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm like, I look at it like that, man. I don't have my bad times, man. So I mean, I have some bad times. I don't have a lot of them. Yeah. I don't have a lot of them. I just kind of, sometimes I'm like, man, why me, man? But for the most part, man. And then I got to think, what's the most perfect time for this to happen? Like, y'all can't do nothing either. It's a pandemic. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And everybody's stuck.
Everybody's stuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, this my dude, was like, yo, you got to be a special dude, man. I was like, why? He was like, because God gonna shut down the whole, he shut down the whole world. Yeah. The same time you shut down. He's like, because for real, you ain't missing nothing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, at the end of the day, like, I'm still got time, man. And just, I said this will be the last year I'll be in a wheelchair. 2021.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, 2021. I ain't even saying 2020 was the last year I'm in the wheelchair. 2021, I'm coming out.
You're coming out.
Yeah, I'm coming out. So
What's your motivation, Reggie?
kids.
Yeah.
My babies, man. I tell people all the time, I'm just like, if this is my way that I can prove to them that God is real. Like at the end of the day, you know, people be like, hey, yo, why you go to church, man? My mom and daddy took me to church when I was little. But then they can ask my kids, hey, yo, why you go to church? Hey, yo, I actually seen God heal my daddy. Mm-hmm. Like I saw my daddy, he was supposed to be paralyzed. And like this dude, he around here, he walking, like he doing this, he doing that, he back working. Like I seen God heal my daddy. I have a special relationship with God because I saw it. So I'm just like, God, I know my kids are important to you, and you have a lot of people, other kids, but help me to be able to show my kids that you're real so they have their own personal relationship. So man, it's my babies, man. Like that's what motivates me. They so motivating themselves, they just, they motivate me. They act like, to be honest with you, they don't see this chair, they see dad.
They see you, that's right.
Mm-hmm. They don't see this chair. They still asking and still, daddy, can you do this? My son, hey dad, let's go outside, and he's a basketball prodigy, and hey dad, let's go outside and do drills. You know what I'm saying? Like they still act like I'm dad, and I mean it's just like, dog, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? So that's what pushed me, man. It just being motivation to other people and my kids, man. I'm actually enjoying the ride, man. I can't front, man. It's something to be in this situation, but it's something to know that your life is influencing other people to the point where you can help them.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm with it.
That's right. Are you still writing music?
Yeah, man. Still writing. Yeah, still writing. I'm actually about to set my studio stuff back up now that I can use my hands a little bit more and stuff like that. I can get into typing and doing using the mouse and stuff like that, so I can get into. I haven't played yet. I haven't played the keyboard yet, but that's gonna come.
Oh yeah,
All that's gonna come. So, but I'm gonna get back into like editing, music editing, and mixing and singing and stuff like that. So yeah, man. But I still write. I had a couple. If you go on YouTube, I got like 5 songs out right now. I put out one that was on the accident date, October 6, 2019. I put out a song, October 6, 2020. I put out 2 songs entitled Good. It was just basically just my testimony of how God is good to me, and it's like I'm appreciative of it. And then I had like some old songs that I did that I just kind of dropped them on YouTube. So if you type in Reggie Halsey, I'm going to go ahead and get my little impromptu, low budget shout out to myself.
Yeah, shout out to Reggie.
If you go iTunes and type in Reggie, not Reginald, you got to type in Reggie, Reggie, Halsey. You can check it out. I got a Christmas song up there. One Christmas song and like 4 other songs that I did. They're actually pretty dope. So
I'm gonna check them out myself.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Yeah, Reggie, I really, really appreciate this.
Oh man, anytime, bro. Anytime.
This was amazing. You know what I mean? For me, you allowed me to sit down and talk to you.
Yeah, man. Anytime.
Yeah. I need one favor.
What's up?
Give me one of your favorite hymns. It's one verse.
One of my favorite hymns. I don't even know if this would be a hymn.
Talk to me. What up?
It's one, how to reach the masses, end of every verse, knowing answer Jesus gave the key. And if I be lifted up, but near if I will draw men unto thee, lift them up, lift them up. Lift them up for the world to say. I can't remember. But I used to love it. I used to love it because it was like that old school. When they get to that little part, I wonder who will help me live Jesus. I wonder who help me live. I wonder who. That little part right there. I like. But I may got some of the words tweaked, but that's my favorite. I don't care. Y'all don't know the words. Y'all know the words to y'all favorite song.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. Thanks, bro. I really appreciate this, man.
Ain't no thing, man. Ain't no thing. Anytime, man. Anytime, any way I can help, man. I'm
yes,
good.
Sir. Yo, I thank y'all for watching another episode of Half a Meal. Please like, subscribe, check out the YouTube channel. Go to iTunes and check out Reggie, some of his music, man.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's right. Peace, y'all.
Peace.